Hello, everyone, and welcome to Connecting the Dots with Dr. Ashaye. This is a great place to be if you would like to take charge of your health and if you desire to do what you love. So today is a special day. I'm here with Dr. Heather Awad, a family doctor in Minnesota who helps professional women over age 50 lose weight for the last time. She is the host of Vibrant MD podcast, where she discusses weight loss and women's health. And you can find that podcast at Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. And today we're going to be discussing how women over 50 can lose weight for the last time. Welcome, Dr. Awad.
Thanks for having me. I'm so glad to be here.
Yeah, thank you for being here. So before we get into it, you know the drill. You're listening to Connecting the Dots with Dr. Ashaye. I'm your host, Lola Ashaye. I am a double board certified family and lifestyle medicine doctor and owner of In Touch Primary Care, which is a concierge-like clinic in Sugar Land, Texas. And I am so excited you're here. So if you're tired of feeling like just another number in a crowded doctor's office, look no further. Our healthcare approach is tailored to meet the unique needs of our patients. You can learn all about us on our website, www.intouchprimarycare.com. And remember, you can listen to this episode and all our other episodes on the In Touch Primary Care YouTube channel. Leave comments, subscribe, and please share. You never know who might benefit from this. It may make a huge difference for them. So please share the episodes that are beneficial. All right, let's get into it, Dr. Awad. So what would you like to share about yourself or personally or professionally?
Sure. Like you said, I'm a family doctor in Minnesota, but I'm also a certified life and weight loss coach. And so all my work now is helping professional women over 50 lose weight for the last time.
Great. Yeah. And that's such an important thing that you're doing because a lot of women struggle weight loss and especially after menopause or over 50. So you're family medicine and you're a certified health coach and also the CEO of Vibrant MD. Why did you decide to focus on weight loss?
I had my own weight loss journey, around my middle to late 40s, just started to feel like my body was getting out of control. I started having some hot flashes where I thought, oh, this is getting towards menopause, but also noticed a lot of weight gain toward my middle. And it just kept going up no matter what I did. And it got into an unhealthy range. And then I got really worried. And so then a lot of things I tried were turned into yo-yo diets, short-term, deprivation and restriction. And then I would gain weight again, or I would just try things that didn't work at all, which, may have helped me in the past. Like when I had a baby, I tried something that worked then and this didn't work at all now. And I thought, shoot, is something totally wrong? Is my body broken now? But then I did some more research and found out about kind of the natural insulin resistance we get when our estrogen drops around menopause. I mean, we all kind of know about the estrogen dropping around menopause, but a bunch of hormones change along with that. And you get some natural insulin resistance that causes belly fat. And so losing weight, there aren't, when you're 25, there's like 25 ways to lose weight. And when you're over 50, paying attention to that insulin resistance, I think is really the very best way. And then I got some coaching about stress eating my feelings, having my own back. And that really all of a sudden made it easy for me to lose weight. And I thought, wow, I could help people with this.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, that's just such a powerful story too, because you've experienced it. And so you can relate a lot with when people talk about it and what feelings they have, what frustrates them, and all of that. So that makes a difference. Okay, so let's get into it. Many women, especially when they're approaching menopause, or when they've already undergone menopause, struggle with weight gain. Can you talk a little bit more about why this happens? I know you mentioned insulin resistance and just an estrogen, but just anything else you'd like to add?
Sure. Well, our bodies do change. You know, we have our little kid body, and then after puberty, it's almost like we get a different body. Sometimes people will tell me that and you probably heard this too in your clinic, like their body changed again, either after having a pregnancy or having a surgery. But then so our bodies change again. And so we kind of have to adjust to what's going on now. And this kind of natural insulin resistance makes you had other things before that may have just worked just fine for you, and now they just don't work at all. And we worry that there's something wrong with us, but there's not anything wrong with us at all. Our hormones are a little different, but there's a really good path to working with losing weight at this time.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so what are 3 practical tips that you can share about how women can prevent or reverse weight gain when they're 50 or older?
Sure. One is, don't restrict calories. Eat when you're hungry, nourish your body, think about, having healthy foods, and then treats occasionally. That's really important because I meet a lot of women who have restricted their calories and don't lose weight. And then they're just not eating very much. The other thing I would say is that at this age, and this works at all the ages, but it's the key for women over 50, you need some space in between your meals. So a lot of us are used to like having a little bit here, having a little bit there. You walk into the kitchen and pick up that cherry tomato and throw it in your mouth. You go in the break room, you're a little bored, you have some nuts. So that keeps your digestive system revved up all the time. And then your insulin is up all the time, telling your body to store fat. And normally what's supposed to happen is you eat, and then your digestive system gets revved up, and then it goes quiet. And then when it goes quiet, we take stored energy from the liver, and then we start just pulling fat for our energy, and then we have another meal. But if we do that thing where we eat a little bit all day long, we never take that little extra energy from the liver, and we never pull fat from our bodies. So we kind of, when we eat a little bit all day long, we work against our natural system. And this is really important for women over 50. There isn't like a perfect amount of time in between meals. Like, I wish we had the science on that. But I would say somewhere between 3 and 4 hours to 6 hours. Really, so when you know that you have that much time, whatever works with your schedule. If you have to have lunch at a certain time because of your job, that can be fine,
Right.
or dinner with the family has to be at a certain time. That can totally work because it doesn't have to be exactly 4 hours apart. We have no science on that. So people will tell you some of those things, but really you just need some hours in between where you have nothing. Drink some water, drink some plain tea, drink some plain coffee, but no food and no additives to our drinks.
Perfect. So basically, let your body rest. Give time for your body to just chill for a few hours, and then that way you can get rid of some excess fat, and then you can eat again.
Yes.
Okay, that's great. So those are really helpful tips. Really appreciate that, because I know that's something that comes up a lot for women this age, and it's good to know that there is a solution. So can you tell me a story about how using these steps helped someone that was struggling with weight gain?
Yes. So I had a woman recently who loved to exercise. She played tennis a couple times a week, actually, and then would go on walks on the other days. And so she was worried that she could not lose weight because she was an exerciser, but her siblings were also overweight, and she thought, this is just something I'm stuck with. So she started working with this and found that she could, by eating less sugar overall, have less cravings for sugar, and then found that she wasn't so hungry in between meals. Then we also worked on the fact that she always put everybody else first, her tennis partners, her children who were starting to leave the nest, her husband, and that when she was feeling resentful about always putting everyone else first, then she would also eat to buffer that resentment. So we talked through that. We did some coaching on, gosh, each thing. We went through each kid, we went through the spouse, we went through the tennis group. We can really work on all those things, even though there was a theme, it helps to go through each one. So working on that, then she felt like, wow, when I feel that, I can think about what I want to do in this situation. What's the loving thing to do for myself and my family? And with doing that, she was able to not eat in between the meals, because she said, at 3:00 when I'm mad at my grown daughter, it's not, I don't need to eat that.
Right.
I can sit there, be mad, or think about what I want to do, and then eat at dinner when I'm actually hungry.
Right.
And then she said, gosh, once I did that, it was simple, it was easy, the weight just fell off. And then her relationships with her grown children are better now.
Yeah, absolutely. Just the awareness.
Yeah.
Of this thing.
A lot of women after 50 are, we get socialized to put everybody else first. And as doctors, gosh, we sure do. Mm-hmm. And so it was a good time for her to kind of stand there and think about, what do I want? What do I want? Right. My life would be about me too.
Right. Yeah, that's very important. I think a lot of women, even before 50, start to get trained in that way to, but what we try to explain is that honestly, taking care of yourself is also taking care of others. Because if you don't take care of yourself, you're not going to be there to take care of all those other people that you think you're helping. So you are actually helping your family when you take good care of yourself. So, yeah. So you don't have to feel guilty about it.
Right. And it's funny because we talk about that, but that really then the weight just fell off. In fact, she had an initial goal and she said, well, I didn't think I could lose more than that. So then she said, well, actually, I'd be healthier if I went, a little bit farther. And so she did. And it was pretty simple and easy then. Yeah.
Yeah. Great. Thank you for sharing that. All right. So we're nearing the end here. Before we leave, is there anything else that you like to share with our listeners? Any advice or encouragement, a quote, whatever you decide?
Sure. I mean, I think that talking to your doctor or finding a coach is a great way to get support and accountability for this work. But for some people, really just knowing how your body works at this age is all they need to go forward. And I also just want to tell your audience, I talk to people about this and they say, it can't be that easy. It can't be that simple. I have to do a fancy diet thing. And I tell them, no, really, this is actually exactly how your body works. And people my age, over 50, will remember being a little kid. And when you watched TV, you didn't eat. When you went to some events where there was not food. And so what we do now doesn't work with our bodies so well. So we didn't have so many issues with people being overweight when we were little kids that we do now in our society. So really, I'm not joking. This is simple, but it really does work.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. Yes, and I like that you said accountability, because sometimes a lot of people, do much better when they have that accountability.
Yes.
We underestimate the power of having people encourage us and, keep us accountable. It can really make a difference. So where can people find you?
So you can look me up at my website. So heatherawadmd.com will take you there, or find me on social media.
Great. So we're going to have all those links in the chat, and this is going to be posted on YouTube as well. So if you didn't catch us live, you can listen to the whole episode on YouTube as well. Thank you for listening. Remember to subscribe and share with anyone that you know that needs to hear this. And if you're in the Houston area and you like to not just treat, but focus on reversing metabolic conditions like obesity, high blood pressure, diabetes, and much more, and you do not want to deal with the hassle of a traditional medical office, check us out in touchprimarycare.com, and you can call us at 713-280-9985. Thank you so much, Dr. Awad. It's been a pleasure talking with you and learning all this good stuff. I'm sure our listeners learned a lot today too.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
You too.